And that's when it hit me. Like, wow, this will be me in 30 years at my mom's funeral if I don't change how I act today. There are three pivotal scenes in Frieren that change how I think about money, personal finance, and how I want to live my life. And the last two might have turned my world upside down. Like, I don't really care about retiring at 30 anymore, and maybe you shouldn't either. But let's start off with answering a very important question. Are you a Frieren or a Fern when it comes to your money? In episode 3, you really see how differently they take care of their money. With Fern, you can see that she always thinks ahead of all the things they need, like food, lodging, tools. Basically, your girl is budgeting so they don't starve on the road. So you can see that she's definitely a planner when it comes to finances. And you know what? Honestly, as a INFJ, same as Yoonjin, if I were ever to be trucooned into another world as a traveling mage, I swear to God, I'd be giving Fern energy. And smack you free and looking dumbass for buying that stupid ass looking skull. Like, don't you dare do that to our traveling budget. All my Ferns out there, drop a like, cause we're literally team carry. Well, one of the upsides of being a planner is that we usually know how much money is coming in and going out, which makes financial goal setting way easier. But there is a downside. We tend to be an anxious bunch and make up hypothetical disasters in our heads. And that fear can stop us from investing or making big financial decisions because what if everything goes wrong? Now, on the other hand, the Frierens, and don't worry if this sounds like you, we all have a little bit of Frieren in us. Doesn't mean that you're bad with money. It just means that we need to rein in that spontaneous nature just a little bit. So it's not like don't play, but more like let's play in a sandbox where it's safe and contained. Here's what I recommend for my Frierens out there. First, keep your savings in a separate account, hopefully a separate bank from your spending money, so you're not tempted by the full-looking cookie jar. And second, use a debit card or prepaid credit card for fun money, because once it's gone, it's gone. And yeah, Frierens have a superpower too. Like they're able to glean so much joy from those spontaneous purchases, while a tweaking planner might have fallen into analysis paralysis and thus missing out completely. And honestly, what the Frierens out there are able to do is really beautiful because the whole point of money is to help us live a more safe, financially stable, and happy life. All my Frierens out there, drop a like too, because honestly, you're so cool and beautiful. I want to have so much fun that I didn't even notice I've reached my goal. Okay, let's talk about one of the scenes that changed everything. Before this, I thought reaching financial freedom is like this never-ending marathon. Even though I knew that realistically, I could get there in 10 to 15 years if I stayed the course. Like saving $2,000 to $3,000 a month and keeping my lifestyle expenses around the same. But in my head, I always believed that only once I've reached financial freedom, then I'll be truly happy. And before that, it'll just be kind of miserable. And honestly, 10 years is a freaking long time to be miserable. But then I heard these lines that changed how I think.
アイゼンは辛く苦しい旅がしたいのかい？僕はね、終わった後にくだらなかったって笑い飛ばせるような楽しい旅がしたいんだ。
These lines were then built on by a later scene where the team is in a dungeon, and Eisen, being the one who likes to get straight to the point and focus on efficiency, he's like, my boy, why are you trying to search the whole entire floor when your goal is simply clearing the dungeon? And then Himmel just straight up broke my 23-year-old brain. Eisen, when will you learn that it is common knowledge amongst adventurers to explore the entire floor of a dungeon before moving on to the next? Frieren, seeing this exchange, is also exacerbated by how ridiculous Himmel's view on life is. But Himmel turns to her and says, "But that's exactly what I intend to do. I intend on having fun adventuring, raiding dungeons, defeating demons, finding treasures, and before I know it, I'll have saved the world. That's the kind of adventure I want to have." I think it's very beautiful that when Himmel says the words, raiding dungeons, defeating demons, and finding treasures, the camera pans to each of his companions. It's as if he's trying to say, look at all these people that make this journey so joyful that before I know it, I've already saved the world. I want to have so much fun along the way, that I don't even realize that I've reached my goal. This line hit me so hard because I realized like, wow, I've been living my whole life like Eisen, but deep down, I desperately yearn to live like Himmel. You think I'm getting emotional? Wait until section 3. So now I see reaching financial freedom as this journey of having so much fun along the way that I don't even realize I've reached 5. Like instead of rushing to the end goal, I'm stopping and pausing and asking, which beautiful flower fields can I enjoy with the people that I love? How many silly little side quests can me and my friends go on? How many poopy and fart jokes can me and my mom die laughing over? Like, hush, 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 pure efficiency seekers. It's not about who gets there the fastest. It's about living so fully that one day you just look up and realize, wow, I've already made it. And it's not like Himmel only took on silly little side quests. He still slayed demons. He still defeated the Demon King. He still reached his final goal. So for me, that means I won't stop saving. I won't stop investing. I just turn these behaviors into automatic systems. And then I use the rest of my time and energy to do things that truly make the entire journey joyful. A huge mindset shift for me is that the concept of slow-fi and coast-fi became more appealing. Like instead of delaying happiness until the very end, I started asking myself, so instead of putting off happiness until reaching fi, wouldn't it be awesome if my whole entire life is filled with happiness? For me, the biggest behavior change is when I stop obsessively tracking every tiny step towards fi. Like I used to have these net worth and investment fund trackers that I updated every month, and that got a little toxic because I realized that every month that I save and invest, it's like I'm putting a little brick on a wall. If I keep putting one little brick every single month, then eventually the wall will be built. I love it when anime is able to make such a big impact on how I think and act and feel. So if you're liking this video so far, subscribe for more.
Oh no!
Okay, for the third section, there is another scene in Frieren that completely changed how I think about how I want to spend my money. And it's in the first episode when Frieren says, as the morning bells sway on the day of Himmel's burial, you see Frieren taking a sudden gasp of realization. I love how the director deliberately chooses a sunny day with zero background music, instead of the usual heavy rain with somber tunes. It is as if they want us to feel exactly what Frieren is going through. It's just another day. Watching someone die is just another day. This is further emphasized when Frieren says, it's not like I knew him. We've only traveled together for 10 years. And for an elf that has lived over 1,000, 10 years is merely 1/100th of her lifespan. But in contrast to her cold and detached words, we suddenly see all of these memories flooding her mind. And that is when she finally realizes, I knew that human lifespans are short. So why? Why didn't I take the time to get to know him better? Why didn't I take the time to get to know him better? This line hits me so hard every time, and I cry every time because watching the dirt start falling onto Himmel's coffin, and with every sound of the dirt falling, I just felt this deep sense of sadness and helplessness. Like, there's no bringing him back now. And then Frieren starts crying, and she's usually so calm and so emotionally stable, but in that moment, you really see how much regret she's feeling when she said those words. Why didn't I get to know him better? And that's when it hit me. Like, wow, this will be me in 30 years at my mom's funeral if I don't change how I act today. And I don't want to end up like that. I don't want to end up living with that sense of just gut-wrenching sadness and regret. Before watching Frieren, I always had this burning ambition to reach financial freedom as fast as possible. Like, I was just obsessed with being the fastest and the most efficient route. Because I always thought that, oh, I have to reach financial freedom because that's where my happiness truly begins. So I just told myself, run, run, run. If you suffer now, it's fine. Future Ash will be 100 times happier. But then Himmel's words hit me again. And what if my happiness starts now? Wouldn't that be the most beautiful thing? So now I see money as this tool to help me live into a better version of my future self. So I don't have to experience the level of just absolute sadness and hopelessness and regret like Frieren did. And for me, that means spending money on what I value most, which are experiences with the people that I love, and tools, teachers, lessons, exercises, therapy sessions that help me maintain a holistically healthy mind and body. I used to feel really guilty for spending money just to connect with friends, especially if it meant eating out. Because yeah, in the fire space, eating out does get pooped on a lot. And I get it, if you do it too much, it can mess up your budget. But I really believe if you're able to eat out a healthy amount, it's totally okay. Because at the end of the day, money is a tool to help you achieve a happier, safer, and more financially stable life. And if a happy life means that I eat out once or twice a month with friends and I can afford it, then I'm doing it. If this video hit you in the kokoro, and if Frieren has ever made your eye sockets into the triangle balls like I did, go check out this video right here where I talk about how you can manage money well while experiencing emotions deeply. And I'll see you over there. Okay, bye.